Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Hip hop celebrates its 50th year anniversary. Now, I'm not going to get into whether this was the 50th year or not, because some of the hip hop pioneers agree to disagree, whatever. But what I'm going to say to you is, right? For years, they made you believe that you had to stop rapping at 30. You had to stop rapping at 40. You had to stop rapping at 50. Meanwhile, looking at the footage on Instagram, YouTube, whatever, of the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, and seeing them 40-year-old men, 50-year-old men, 60-year-old men tear down the stage. Hip-hop was so electrifying. You had Fat Joe on stage with no shirt on, and the crowd goes wild. Somewhere, the algorithm made you believe, as a 50-year-old rapper, that you was irrelevant. But yet, when you put these pioneers on, even Fat Joe, and now, you ever watch Spartacus? In Spartacus, there was a scene where you had the dude that jumped ship. He started moving with the Romans, right? Follow me. He started moving with the Romans. And when he was talking to the Romans, he told them, I was the lowest amongst the low of the elite soldiers on the battlefield. And your men ain't nothing to me. Well, Fat Joe is not in the top 10 of rappers. But Fat Joe had the stage going crazy. And they made you believe that, hold up, how old is Fat Joe? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How old is rapper Fat Joe?
Fat Joe is 52 years old.
52 years old. How old is rapper KRS-One? 1965. 57 years old. How old is rapper Nas?
Nas is 49 years old.
50 years old. I think of crime when I'm in the New York state of mind. These rappers showed you that the algorithm of Satan is wrong. It showed you how these date keepers, because, yo, there's certain rappers, I don't even have to say it. Y'all just witnessed it. The streets still love these old rappers. The streets still love Rakim. The streets still love Nas. The streets still love Big Daddy Kane. The stage went crazy. South Bronx. The South Bronx. Y'all know I don't even get along with KRS-One because of the Bambaataa situation, but this ain't about that. Now that hip-hop sees its power, when do you take back your power? When do you bring hip-hop back to the streets of the Bronx? When do you bring hip-hop back to the circles? When do you bring hip-hop back to the centers? Y'all got to understand something, man. Those DJs at the radio stations is holding you back. You can't put an age on hip-hop. You can't put an age on hip-hop. 50 Cent right now is selling out more tickets than anybody. What is this tour called? The Last Lap? The Last Lap. The Last Lap. Sort of like Michael Jackson. What was it? This Is It tour? It's deep. because you're watching senior citizen rappers show you just how relevant they are today. Don't ever let somebody put an age on your talent. We grow old like fine wine, especially with our talents. Dudes are still nice. I can only imagine what some of the new music would sound like coming from these old school legends. And you know the crazy part about it is, you don't even hear a peep from none of these younger rappers. You know why? Because some of them are sitting up there watching social media, the ones that wasn't there, and they electrified themselves. Because now they get to see their forefathers on the stage and show them how they really rock the mic. It's time to take your power back, man. Because the reality of it is, they gave you a little taste. Okay, let's use the 50th anniversary as a distraction. Because there's real serious stuff going on in the world right now. But nevertheless, we're going to celebrate this win for hip-hop. And now that y'all got the basketball, the ball is in your court, hip-hop, the Bronx, New York City. Now that the ball is back in your court, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to let them push you to the side again? Because here's the reality of it, right? This was a payday for a lot of rappers today. A lot of these rappers that you think living good, a lot of these rappers is in foreclosure. Some of these rappers done lost their homes. I done heard stories, or rather seen news clippings of Jim Jones. Shout out to Jim Jones. Because hip-hop got the win right now. Losing his home. Fat Joe done told stories about how he done went back to being broken and came all the way back up again. Why? Dudes are still talented. Because it's a door. And y'all got to understand in hip-hop, you don't necessarily have to go through that door. Bring hip-hop back to the streets where it started. Bring it back to the centers. Bring it back to the bars, the local bars, with the local talent, man. Y'all seen what y'all had the power to do. It was electrifying. Some would even say the power of hip-hop, the feelings, the energy that was generated in that building was a gift from God. What are you going to do with this power? Are we going to let it go to waste? That's my take of the 50th year of hip-hop. Fat Joe, it was the epitome of a Bronx cocky nigga. Nigga took his shirt off like, I don't give a damn about nothing. Lean back. Come on, man. It was electrifying. It was electrifying. And a big part of me now is like, damn, son, you should have went. You should have went. But nah, I wasn't trying to cause no trouble. I diss a lot of rappers. I do. And I don't want to have my entourage fighting with their entourage because I'll be sitting up there saying some of the things that needs to be said. A lot of pioneer rappers died broke. I done sat back and watched Kool Herc couldn't pay his medical bills. I done sat back and watched Black Rob on his deathbed. Craig Mack, some of the great. Where's Foxy Brown at? We still love our pioneers of rap. Don't never let nobody put an age bracket on you in hip hop. Never. We built this. And then we done let the colonizers come in and take power. And then let the algorithm of Satan dictate to us who's going to be popular and who's not. And I'm going to leave this like this, right? I can't even play music in my car with my kids no more. I got daughters. And I'm listening to a female rapper talking about how her putty cat is pink and her doodle hole is brown. How Nas said, save the music, y'all. Save the music, y'all. Shout out to everybody that performed yesterday, tore them stages down. Don't stop at Yankee Stadium. Bring hip-hop back to the streets. That's my message. It is what it is. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. I'm out.